Okay. Hello, everyone. Kindly confirm if you can hear me. Okay.
Yes, I can.
Okay. Thank you very much for the response. So, within a short a period of time, we are going to be doing an awesome. We're going to be building an awesome project with Python. I'm sure we have heard of Python, and then some of us are familiar with what Python is and what it is used for. Now, as it was earlier said at the what's now at the section at the main room, we were told what coding is, what artificial intelligence is, what we use them for. And then we are also informed that we have the block ones, and those are the drag and drop, like the scratch is block, so you are not writing any code. Okay, so the code has been built into a block. You just connect them together, and then it's cool. Okay, while we have the rating codes, so those are the ones that you write, and Python is one of them. And so today we are going to be building a BMI calculator with Python. I'm sure we know what a BMI calculator is. Okay, so if you do, you can just drop it in the chat room that, well, this is what BMI calculator is. This is BMI. And then if you know the full meaning of BMI, you can just drop it in the chat room that this is BMI. Okay, this is what BMI is. So I'm expecting that in the chat room. So the first person to say that, I'm going to call the person's name. Okay, let me see the first person to respond to that. A BMI calculator calculates the BMI of someone. Wow, I love that definition. But it didn't really tell me what BMI is. What's BMI? Yeah, okay. So, Olujimi, thank you very much. But I want someone to just, what's the full meaning of BMI? I think it is, okay, BMI is body mass index. Thank you very much, Olujimi. Yeah, body mass index. So we are going to be calculating it. So I know the BMI actually tells you if you are obese, if you are moderate, and then if you are thank you very much, Liberty School. Okay, so so that's just it. So that's what we are going to be building with Python. So Python is a very flexible language. It is very easy to write. Yes, Python is very easy to write, just like your normal English. Like you want to get an output, you just use the word print, and it gives you your output. And in Python, as relates to other programming languages, we have four major types of data types. Okay, so I'm just giving you this brief so that by the time we start using them, you're going to understand. So I said that we have three data types. Okay, and they are strings, integers, boolean, and floats. So let me just write it down. So string, okay, data types. Okay, data types. Okay, in Python. Okay, so we have strings. We have strings, strings, strings to text. Strings to text. Okay, we also have integers. Okay, integers. So they talk to all numbers. Okay, yeah. Thank you very much, Jimmy. All number. Okay, and then we also have float. What numbers with what? With decimal. Good. Okay, and now the last one is Boolean. We talk to true and false. Okay, Boolean. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, so these are the major data types in Python. Yeah, so these are the 4 major types in Python. We have strings, integers, floats, and boolean. So I don't want us to forget this. I don't want us to forget it at all. I want us to have it at the back of our mind because we'll be using them uh, in this course. Okay, then I'll be asking you questions in regards to this data type okay, as we move on with our training for today. Please kindly mute yourself. If you want to see anything, it will be cool for you to say to drop it in the chat box so that the recording can be clean and others can actually have access to it. Okay, so thank you very much for taking to that. So okay, so I think I need to add it here. Okay, good. Bowling. Now I have spoken to data types, and now I would like to let us know that we also have variables. So variables are just values where we store our what's in our data set. So we can store
Data.
Okay, I actually ask you to keep this service at the back of our mind as we'll be using them as we build our BMI calculator. Okay, so thank you very much. Okay, so I said we also have variables. So let me just create another line of code. So variables are those let me call them containers where we store a data set. Where we store a data set. Yeah, or we store value, data set or value. Let me just say value. So these are variables. So we'll be using them, and then it's going to be very interesting. So if you have any question, you can just drop them in the chat box so that I can pick it from there, and then we can have an awesome time together. Now, I want to believe you have all launched our Heidi Heat because I would like us to do it to practicalize it as I'm writing the code. So everybody, let's just launch our Google Colab. Okay, and if you are in a group, you can just launch it, and someone should just write as a write. Okay, so kindly confirm if you have launched your Google Colab. So to launch this kind of interface that you're looking at, so just like Colab, just search it online. Okay, Google Colab, Google Colab. Okay, and then welcome to Google Colab. You just click it, and then okay, and then alas. So this is because I've opened a lot of notebooks. That's why you are seeing all of this. But if you just need a new one, just new notebook, it gives you something like this, and then you can start coding. You get it? And you can start what? You can start coding. And then let me name let me give it a name, Bmi Calculator. Okay, BMI. Okay. Okay, so I think we can start building now so that we can have more enough time for questions and then answer. Okay, so I can confirm if you understand what I've been saying since morning. I mean, okay, it can be confirm it. Okay, let me just get your feedback with your favorite emoji to confirm that I can move on, and then you understand. Yeah, if you have Python IDE, yeah, you can use it. Yeah, you can use Python IDE. But if you don't have it, it's cool for you to just use the Google Colab. Okay, so thank you very much. So please, can you confirm with your favorite emoji if you understood all what I've been saying? Okay. Okay, so if you understood, so just drop your favorite emoji in the chat box so that I can just proceed with the class. I'm waiting. Understood. Okay, thank you, Olujumi. Okay, I need 3 more persons. Oh, Anthony, thank you. I need 2 more persons to give that. Okay. Okay. Imagine. Okay, Elliot. Okay, thank you, Z. Okay, and I need one more person. 1, 2, ready, go. Jack, thank you. So we are creating a BMI calculator. Now, okay, I'm sure we are familiar with the formula for BMI calculator. Do you know the formula? It is what? Okay, so we can help us with the formula of a BMI calculator. Of BMI, what we need to calculate our BMI. You forgot. Okay, I'm going to remind you. Definitely, I'm going to remind you. It's something height, weight. Okay, what is it? I think I'm being divided by 100. Okay, can you now remember? Okay, raised power 2. Height multiplied by weight. Okay, mass divided by height. Okay, who x? Okay, who x is giving us an answer to that. Okay, it's actually weight divided by height times 100 raised to power 2, something like this. So that's what write our formula. Okay, and then so our formula is what? Weight, right? Divided by what? By height, right? Divided by height. No, is it weight divided by height? It should be weight times height. Okay, yeah, divided by height, divided by 100. Okay, divided by height, divided by 100. I'm right. Okay, so now we are now raising this to power of 2. So let's keep this in the parentheses. Okay, power of what? Power of 2. Okay, power of what? Of 2. These are formula for BMI. So this is the formula for BMI. Okay, yes, I times M divided by weight. Okay, good. So these are BMI formula, and we want to use it now. Okay, so let's quickly let's look at the variables. In mathematics, we have variables, right? So you have variables here, and the variables what? Weight and what? And height. Am I right? Yes, no, now those variables here, x, y. Okay, now our variable here is what? Y, x, x and what? Weight and height. So let us create the variable. Don't forget I said that variable here also what? Now we what? We store a data set or values. Now let's create a variable. Let me input another code. Variable weight. So our variable weight, this is how to assign a variable equals to. Oh no, I don't think so. I think this is just this is the one that we'll be using for today. Okay, we're using weight divided by height times 100 divided by 100 raised to power of 2. So this formula for body index. I don't know where you got it from. Okay, but let's confirm together. Are you getting it right, Olujimi? So let's do it together. Okay, BMI formula. I'm sure I can see my screen, right? Okay, okay. So can you see kilogram divided by meter square? Yeah, so let's look at it. Okay, so the kilogram is in what? That's the weight. Are you getting it? Why height is what is the meter is in meter square. So this is how to actually calculate it. Okay, so now divided by height raised to power. So let me remove this 100. So this 100 to converting the units. Are you getting it? So this is when we are converting the units. Okay, so let me just remove this 100 and just let us keep it in kilogram. Are you getting it? Okay, so our weight will be in kilogram and our height will be in meters. So we are not converting from centimeters to meters, either converting from a lower unit to an higher unit. So we have our kilogram and we have our meter. Are we cool? Okay, so let's continue. So we have our variable. The first variable is weight. Now we are
Excuse me,
creating.
sir.
Okay, you can drop it in the chat box. I won't allow us to use the mic. I'm sorry. So
Okay.
just drop your comment in the chat box. Thank you very much, Elliot. Okay. So weight. So let's get the first variable. The first variable weight, and then it means that we need a prompt where we can actually insert our weight if we want to calculate it. Okay, so to do that, we use the function input in input. Okay, and then okay, so insert your weight in kilograms, right? So let's just write in kg. No, yeah, we are building the calculator ourselves, Elliot. We are building the calculator ourselves. Are you getting it? So we are building the calculator ourselves. Okay, so now we want Python to give a prompt where you can input your weight in kg. So I'm going to do something now. I'm going to run this, and then you're going to see how it looks like. Okay. Okay, so input, insert your weight in kg. So let me run this. So now, can you see that a prompt came up where you can insert your weight. So let's assume what's my weight? Okay, I should be 60, 70, 80. Okay, no, I'm not that heavy. Okay, so let's just pick a random one, 60. So I'm going to start saying 60 here. I getting me? Save it as what? As our weight. So I've inserted my weight is 60, and then it's there. Now, so to make it because we have some what's it now? Some may not be a whole number, it can be in decimal. So let us make this our input float. I told you that float is what is in decimal. So now let's make it float. Let's convert it to float. And then so any input we give, it will be converted to what? To float data type. Are we cool? Okay, good. Thank you very, very much. I'm sure we are getting it. Are we together? Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. I like that voice. Okay.
It's so good.
But use your chat. Use your
Google
chat.
Collab is best.
Use your chat. Use your chat. Okay, thank you very much. Use your chat. Okay, so now we have created what? The first variable weight. Now we need to create the second variable. Second variable here is what? Height. Let's create height.
Oh God. I rather say you are stupid.
So variable height is equals to, so we are going the same format. So who can just write it here, the code, okay, the line of code to also input, to give a prompt to input our height. Yes, you're right. Yeah, so float, right? Insert your weight, your height. Okay, good. So I'm stringing it. Now the reason I'm using this code so that the machine know that I'm writing string. I want it to be a string, not a variable. Okay, so let me just okay, so input. If I should run this, it gives us our what? And gives us a prompt. Insert your height. So let's say my height is just drop your height in the chat box. Okay, you can drop your your height in the, but let me pick one. Okay, who is dropping first? Who is dropping first? Your chat, I need the chat. I need your height in the chat box. Who is dropping it first? 1, 2, ready, go. Good. Okay. Anthony, are you telling me I did stop? Okay, but that's it. So let's just enter it. It says your height. Now we need to define our BMI, this height. We need to define it. So now we need to bring it here. Let me just copy this to see. You getting it? So let me just create it here, and let me paste it. Now let's name it BMI. Let's also make it variable BMI. BMI equals to this. Yeah, equals to this. Okay, you see it now, so it's equals to this. When we now run this, oh, it gives an error. Okay, type error string float. Go, let me see. Okay, wait, height, and the flow. So let's bring everything together into a line, and let's get our prompt. Okay, we now know how to define a variable. We have defined one. We define weight, and we define what our height, and now we want to calculate this. So let's just bring everything together, and then we run it, and then it gives us a good answer. Okay, so let me just Ctrl C this. And just copy this. Okay, enter. Okay. See. Okay, so let me just cover this. Okay, so let's run it again. It's asked for your height. Your height is what? 13. It asks for your weight. Your weight is what? 60. And then, yeah, your BMI has been calculated, but it's not giving us anything. Why? Because we have not asked it to print. So now let us print our BMI. So print B, okay, B, okay, BMI. Now this is going to give us an error. Who can tell me why? Okay, let's insert 13, 60 plus error. Why? This is not BMI. The name BMI is not defined, but we have a BMI here. Yes, this is to let you know that Python is sensitive. It's sensitive. So BMI in lowercase is different from BMI in uppercase. So to make it, so we need to write it in uppercase so that Python can know that we're actually referring, machine can know that we're actually referring to the one we defined. Okay, so let's do it again. Height is what? 13. Weight is what? 60. And then BMI is 0.35. Now, if you should divide that by 100, it's going to give us what? Okay, so let's just add divided by 100 to it, so it gives us a percentage. So divided by 100, no, let's just divide the height by 100 so that we are going to convert it to the appropriate what is that, because we are still going to be classifying it to either obese, not obese, or normal or moderate. So let's just do it divided by 100 so that we can have 35 instead of the 0.35 that we had. Okay, so 60 and then okay 35. Oh no, oh, erased it part to this. This is too big, it's too much. Okay, now we have created a BMI calculator, and now we need to want to classify it to either being obese or not. So now let's there is a chart for that is accepted, that if it is less than certain figure, a certain value, it is this. And if it is less than a certain value, it is also what? It is another. So now let me add that we divided the height by 100 to convert the centimeters to meters. Okay, so this was actually in centimeters. You getting it? Now, if we are giving this, if we are giving the height in what, in meters, then we wouldn't have a need to what, to divide by 100. But we assume what, we measure the height in what, in centimeters. Are we cool? Okay, so if we had kept it in if we had measured our height in meters, then we don't need to what, to convert it. So now I'm sure he measured his own height, the height we used here, 30 centimeters. I'm sure it was measured in was the 13 meters. 30 meters is too long. It should be in centimeters. Wow. Okay. So let's just keep it this way. Let's look for a good range that will give us let's use 7 instead of 13. So I can have a very good so we won't be using, I won't be dividing by 100 because I'll be using my own height. Okay, so now let's use 60. Okay, the height is 7, and the okay, and then in meters, and the weight is what? Okay, and then okay, okay, this is still too much. It shouldn't give us something this much. Okay, let me see what the problem is, and then okay, let me see what the problem is, and then we can actually continue from there. I think we are cool. We are cool with our formulas. I don't know why it's giving such ambiguous ambiguous value. Okay, so let's just continue. So now, if let's use our if statements to classify. Okay, let's say now if is a conditional statement. Now, if our BMI, if the BMI is less, okay, is less than is less than 29, okay, 29. Then such a person is what? Is underweight, right? Such a person is underweight. Now, if it's less than or equals to 18.4, the person is what? Is underweight. Okay, less than 18.4. Okay. Let the machine print. Okay, so print. So we are formatting it now. Format. Okay. Underweight. You are underweight. Okay, let's put it that way. Okay, less or equals. Okay, less or equals. You are underweight. Okay, so tell if BMI. Okay, if BMI is now if it is less, right? Less or equals to, if it is less or equals to if it's less or equal to 24.9, that is you are healthy. Okay, okay, so you are healthy. Okay, 24, right? 0.9, then you are what? You are healthy. So print this guy is healthy, you are healthy, you are healthy. Okay, so S now. Let's just use this S. Now we can continue. You know, we have the chart. Okay, so let me just let me show you the chart so that you can see how to measure how heady you are. Let me just set here so that you can see. Okay, BMI class. Okay, BMI classification. Okay, so okay, can you see it? So adult body mass. So if your BMI is less than 18.5, then you fall under the weight. If it's this, then it is what your healthy weight range. If this and then it is this. Okay, so I would like us to complete it on our own, but I'm sure this can actually give us. So let me just complete this and with else. I don't even okay, so else continue. Okay. Let's do else. Okay. Else. Okay. Okay, that would be print. That's your homework. Okay, so I'm printing. Print.
Hi, could you please check your chat? There's some chat being dropped.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Okay. That's your homework. Okay, so let's run it. Okay, so okay, my kilogram. Okay, 60. Oh, sorry, seems much. Oh, let me stop this and then run it again. Okay, let me check the chat. Okay, so I'm sorry. I just want us to meet up with time. Okay, so please can't Visual Studio Coder do. Yeah, Visual Coder can do it. You can use your Visual Coder Visual Studio Code to run it. Okay. What is a DAT programmer? A DAT programmer. Okay. Okay. I'm not familiar with it, but probably someone that uses that. If there is a programming language like that, I'm not familiar with that. Okay, a programming language. I'm confused. Okay. Oh, Jack, can you just let me know where you need to where you like me to come again? Sorry. Okay, so let me go back. Okay, I think we are just can you see? Can you now? Okay, I just start from the top. Okay. Okay, you want to add the notes, right? I can actually share it with you. I can actually share it with you. Okay, so this is what we did together in class. So you can actually have the note. I just I would have loved that you write it on your own. Oh, thank you very much, Jack. You're fine now. That's awesome. Okay, I want to believe I've been able to. Okay, so so this is the top. Don't know. So let me know if you are okay. We are press. Now this is what we've been doing. Now we want to create a BMI calculator. So a BMI calculator actually calculates what's it now, your body mass index. So it has a formula: weight divided by height raised to power 2. So your height is in meter. Are you getting it? And to make it meter square, are you getting? No, the unit for BMI is kilogram per meter square. Okay, so weight divided by height raised to power 2 will actually give you what? Your body mass index. So when you know your weight and you know your height, you can actually calculate your body mass index. So we want to use Python to now create a calculator that can do that for us. Are you getting it? Now we have two variables here, the same variables that we must have been taught in mathematics. X is equals to 1, x is equals to 2, y is equals to, so those are variables. They are variables because they can change. Are you getting it? You can store a lot of stuff in them, a lot of values in them. You can change the values that you store in them. So they're actually carrying those values. Are you getting? So whenever you want to call the value, you can just use the variable name. Okay, so we have two variables here that can change, and then they are what? Weight and height. So we want to define weight and want to define height, so that immediately we have it, we can actually immediately we have our weight and we have our height, we can calculate our BMI. So we defined our weight by using this single line of code. You know, I told you earlier that Python is very easy and it's just like our normal English, the way we write English. So I started with data types. Float is decimal. Okay, input is a prompt, is a function that gives you a prompt to input what's now your values. Okay, and then this is insert your weight. This is like a placeholder. This is what we come up to know what to do. Okay, the label of the prompt. Okay, let me call it the label of the what of the prompt. Now the same thing with height. So we create a variable height, float data type, and then to give us a prompt, insert your height. Okay, now we've done this, and now we need to what? We also create a variable BMI, which is our formula for BMI, weight divided by what? Height times raised power of 2. Now, if this was in centimeter, if we measured our height in centimeter, we are going to be dividing by 100. It's just the formula. Are we cool? Okay, but if it is in meters, then we leave it as weight divided by height raised to the power of 2. Now, so if your weight, is now, we are now using the if condition now to classify. So if your BMI is now less or equal, I'm sure we are used to this conditional statement, these comparison operators. Okay, is less or equals to 18.4, then the person is underweight. But if it is less or equals to 24, then the person is what? The person is healthy. Are you getting it? And then if yes, you should print this. So if we actually allow you to give more conditions. Don't forget that X will also what? X is there, and X will just take others. Like you are not given another condition, and so the last condition is else. Are you getting it? So these are just conditional statements. So I think we have done a lot of stuff today. Okay, so let me run it again, and then we can be good to go. If you have a question, I think we can do that in the room, in the in the general room. Okay, I believe I've answered your question. Okay, I believe I've answered all your questions. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Oh, please, your emoji. I need your emoji as well to also your favorite emoji to make me happy that you actually understood this, because I actually want you to understand, so that you can also create your own and different formulas that you can use. So thank you very much. We are done with this breakout section, and then we'll be going back to the general room. So thank you very much, Jack. Thank you everyone that engaged in one way or the other. It be